Apple Card is the credit card created by Apple. You earn 3% daily cash back up front when you use it to buy a new iPhone 15, AirPods, or any products at Apple. And you can automatically grow your daily cash at 4.15% annual percentage yield when you open a high-yield savings account. Apply for Apple Card in the Wallet app on iPhone. Apple Card subject to credit approval. Savings is available to Apple Card owners subject to eligibility. Savings accounts by Goldman Sachs Bank USA, member FDIC. Terms apply.
This episode is brought to you by Columbia Sportswear. It's snowing again, and that wind chill is killer. But you're not worried about that because you shop the Omni Heat Infinity Collection. It's warmth perfected with tiny gold dots that reflect your body heat inside and protect you from the cold outside. No snow or chilly temps can stop you now. Go out anyway. Shop the Omni Heat Infinity Collection now at Columbia.com/infinity.
In sports, the scoreboard doesn't tell the full story, but Netflix does. Stories about dads who happen to be world-class quarterbacks and a battle for the heart, soul, and direction of the multi-billion-dollar business of F1. Whether you're a diehard fan or you're brand new, Netflix has the stories for every type of fan. You can watch these incredible sports stories like Quarterback, F1 Drive to Survive, Untold, and many more now on Netflix.
Of all the players you'd want to step up and take penalties, both of them, I don't know how to put this politely, neither of those are players who you feel like you would want to rely on. Neither of those are players who feel like they're the most sort of level, collected, cool characters. I mean, Ibanez is definitely one who, just in his defending, can feel like he at times can be the best defender in that back line for Roma, and at other times can just be a disaster waiting to happen. And so they're not the figures that I would have been screaming out for to take a penalty for me when everything's on the line. But of course, by this point, Dybala has gone off, and as I said, that's a thing that has to happen. Pellegrini's gone off as well. You are short of players who you think, Tammy Abraham as well, I guess, players who you think you would want to take a penalty for you. So Mina was the one who said it in our podcast that we recorded on Tuesday, and ended up being a bit Mystic Mina, didn't she? Like having the correct prediction of what was going to happen. She was asking, if it goes to penalties, how do you think this will go? And I think that unfortunately she was dead right, that as soon as you got to penalties, you looked at the two teams and thought, oh, I don't know that I can see this going Roma's way. And if that's true, and perhaps it's a different perception for them than it is to me and Mina sitting here on the outsides, but then the emphasis should have been on Roma more to go for it and try and win the game, I guess, than Sevilla. But I think there was maybe a need to be more courageous here, and it's easy to say with hindsight, if this goes a different way, if Mancini doesn't score that own goal and Roma successfully dig in, then we're all making our jokes about football heritage and Mourinho and how he just knows how to shut a game down. But yeah, with hindsight, with the benefit of knowing what happens, it feels like a game where there was an opportunity for Roma to be more aggressive and to back themselves a little bit more. Big picture, where are we at? Jose threw his runners-up medal into the crowd to a young fan at full time. That's no big surprise. Jose doesn't want a runners-up medal. He's got plenty of winners' medals. I think that's just classic Mourinho theatre. The waves and kisses to the fans at full time definitely had an air of goodbye about them. His comments at full time certainly didn't shut down a goodbye. He talked about saying he couldn't objectively say that he's going to be here next season. But he also said the first people to know if I have an offer will be the club. And as of right now, I haven't told the club anything. So I don't think this is the same situation as 2010 at Inter, where there's something on the table. You know, back then when we saw him crying with Materazzi afterwards, it's because he knew he was going to Madrid. The way Jose's telling it, at least, suggests that there's not a job that's currently set in stone for him to go to, which may end up deciding whether or not he's back.
Become a member at patreon.com/Serie A Chronicles for regular bonus episodes and content.
Sports Social Podcast Network.
Joe Burrow, professional quarterback.
How did a small-town kid get here? It was never about starting off perfect. It was just about starting. replacing self-doubt with self-care, and learning how food can heal. It's all about having the right support from people who understand what you need. Because I'm not your average Joe, and neither are you.
Get the personalized care you deserve. Baker's, a world of care is in store.